Okay, you will see questions like this on your ACTs where it's asking for a linear regression, which is called the line of best fit. Are there ways to do this without a calculator? Yes. Are they tedious? Yes. So, first and foremost, we are going to make a scatter plot. We have a bunch of numbers. Things that I like to use is age versus shoe size. If I've got a large group of people, you can see a linear progression for shoe size, but we'll go there in a second. Here we go. So, first things first, I'm going to graph 1, 4, then I'm going to graph 1, 5. Then I graph 2, 4, 2, 5, 6, 7, 3 up 9, 5 up 12, 6 up 13, 7 up 18, and I'm just trying to do my best here, and 8 up 25. Okay, there we go. Now, can we draw a straight line through this so that there are as many points on above the line as there are below the line? Can we? Sure we can. So, I'm going to get my straight edge. Straight edge can be absolutely anything we want, as long as it's straight. So, I am going to draw a line through most of these. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 above it, 1, 2, 3 below it. That's pretty good. That line is in the middle of all of them. Now, because we're not actually using graph paper, is your graph going to look a little bit different? Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because this one's an outlier. Notice how this one's way off of this line? That's what we call an outlier. The rest are all pretty good, right? So now when I look at this, okay, I have a y-intercept. It almost appears like my y-intercept is 2. Almost. Okay, because it's intersecting almost here at 2. So I'll say my m, I don't know what it is yet, but my b is positive 2. Cool. Is my slope positive? Is it going uphill or downhill? So is it positive? Yes. Up means it's going positive. Okay, so now I'm going to go from this point to this point. Those are the only 2 points on the line. That's 5, 12. This is at 2. So we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'm going to go over 5. So my slope is 2 over 1. So the equation of this line that we just made is y equals 2x plus 2. That's what we think the line of best fit is. Okay? Line of best fit means we are guessing. It's the best possible representation of the points there. With this line that we've just created, what will y be when x is equal to 10? Well, how could we find this? Based off of our line of best fit, we have an equation, we have an x. We would say y equals 2 times 10 plus 2. So according to this line, y is 22 when we extrapolate. That means go past what we have. Extrapolate means what would come even though we don't know it. Now this is where the calculator comes in handy, because you might have 10 sets of numbers that are not easily graphable, which we're going to do today. So everybody get your calculator. You get to be with me. ready, get your calculator. First things first, turn it on. We are going to go to the Stat button. Stat is in the second row down, so you see your blue, you see your green button. Go to the right, you see an X, a T, a theta, and a 9, or an N. Go one more right, you see your Stat button. Does everybody see Stat? Press Stat. Okay? It starts off with Edit. We want to edit what's called our lists. Go ahead and press Edit. So you press Enter. You should have an L1 and an L2. Is there anybody who does not see an L1 and an L2? So everybody's there? Okay. In L1, you don't see it, Patrick, or you do?
No, I see it.
William, you good? Okay, so right now in L1 we are going to put the X values. So we do that by pressing 1, then press Enter. So go ahead and enter in all of your X values. So you're going to press 1, press Enter, press 1, press Enter, press 2, press Enter. Do all of your X's first. This is your L1. You should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Once you've entered in your 8, when you press Enter, at the bottom it should say L in parentheses 10. And there should be a little blank. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, you have to keep entering. Oh, you're going your Y's. You're going your Y's. Okay. So now, press the right arrow in the top, the very top. Press the right arrow. Enter in your Y's in L2. So right now we are doing a line of best fit, a line, not a curve. We will be doing curves when we get to quadratics and parabolas, and then you'll use something different. Okay, notice how your 8 and 25 line up. Everybody with me? Yes? Okay, now we are going to go back to Stat. Go over to Calc. So you're going to press the right arrow to Calc. Remember when I said this is the line of the best fit or a linear, what was that R word that I said? Remember? It's called a linear regression. So notice which one says linear regression, which number? 4. You go down to 4. Hey, AX plus B. Does that kind of look like Y equals MX plus B? Press Enter. And you have lin reg AX plus B. Press Enter, press Enter, press Enter until you get down to calculate. And now you have your A and your B. Now, we are going to round that. We are going to round that. Does everybody have their A and?
I got an error on mine.
So you go to Stat. You go over to Calculate. You go down to 4. Press Enter. Press Enter, 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 Enter. Check sus. Okay, so you didn't do this right. So do you see how you have a 0 there? They need to be the same.
Are we supposed to have R2 and RY? I mean, R2 and just R.
Are we supposed to have what?
R2 equals a number and then R equals a number.
Mm-hmm.
Because mine doesn't have that.
That's all right. You don't need it.
Do I need to get different types?
Nope, you don't need it. Perfect. Okay. So right now we are going to round. This was our best guess, based off of my graph that was not done on graph paper. So the linear regression, is y equals, what's my slope? Let's round to the nearest hundredth. So in your calculator it says ax plus b. What's the a? What does your a say in the calculator? 2.1? 2.544. So 2.54. Hey! My m's pretty close. 2 and 2.5. Okay, we did all right there. 2.54x plus. What's going to be my y-intercept?
0.880.
Oh, so 88 hundredths. That's a little different, but we did all right. But this is the most accurate linear regression line of best fit that we can do. Now, what kind of questions are you going to see by finding the line of best fit? I'm glad you asked. You're welcome. So even though this says, using graph paper, draw a scatter plot, we're not going to do that. So right now, look at our numbers this time. Does anyone want to graph 2 and 77, 5 and 92, 1 and 70? Does anyone want to do 70 up there and try to graph it?
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so press stat. Press enter on your edit, because we need to clear out these lists. So how are we going to do that? Press clear. Just press clear, see what happens. Keep pressing clear. Oh man, nothing happens, right? Highlight L2. Now press clear. Nothing happens yet. Press down. All of a sudden, what happened? Your L2 should be clear. Highlight L1. Highlight L2. Press clear. Now highlight L1. Press clear. Okay, so here's what we are going to do. We are going to enter in number 1. So, just like left to right, X, Y goes in order, top to bottom, X, then Y. So we're using this worksheet. Your study hours are your X's, your grades are your Y's. Enter in the study hours and the grades, and before you go off of your list, call me over so I can see it. So to get to your list, you go to Stat, you press Enter.
Yeah.
Thank you. Then you enter in your X's into L1, you enter in your Y's into L2. Perfect. Okay, now let's see who remembers. What do we do to get the equation? Does anybody remember?
Go back to stat.
You press stat.
And then go back to calculator.
So let's write this down. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. So, steps. 1. Stat. Enter. 2. Enter values into L1, which are my X's, and L2, which are my Y's. Step 3, press stat, your right arrow, and calc. Step 4, move down to lin reg ax plus b. Press enter. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. Nice. Okay, so now what do you have to do? Go to right. Now go down to, yep. And then you're going to keep pressing enter. Yep. 4, yep. Mm-hmm. Then you have to press enter one more time. Okay, got it?
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So we know A is equal to M. B is equal to B. I always want you to round to the nearest hundredth. So right now, on your paper, you should have a new calculation. Y equals, because it's asking you, what is the equation? So what's our equation? What is my M?
6.088.
So 6.08888 rounds up. So it's 6 and 09 x, because that's my m, plus what's my b? William?
63.92.
So 927, that 7 makes the 2 round up. So it's 62 and 93 hundredths. So now I have my equation. Woo-woo!
It's 63.
63.93, sorry.
Sorry.
No, don't, why are you sorry? I wrote the wrong thing.
If it's 63.92, then wouldn't it run up to 64?
Nope, we're rounding to the nearest hundredth.
Oh, okay.
Nearest hundredth. Then, now that we have this, so that was actually letter B. C says, predict the exam grade of a student who studied for 6 hours. Is 6 my x or my y? X. So you should be writing, you need to be writing this stuff down. So if it's my x, I can say y equals 6 and 900ths times 6 plus 63 and 93. Let's do that. In your calculator, do that. What's the grade? The y is going to be my grade.
Do I get rid of it?
Mm-hmm.
I can just-
Yep. Whew. Nice. 143 hundredths is my grade. Everybody still with me? Do you see how we're extrapolating based off of the things that we're given? Now,
Wait.
go ahead.
Why
Yep.
did I get 100.47?
Is it?
I bet I spelled it wrong.
Because you put in 6.09 times 6 plus 63. I have no idea. Is
I
your
got
point?
the same thing.
Oh no, you guys, I even got the same thing. I'm
Okay.
having trouble with my 3's obviously today. I'm sorry. Okay, now, it says, could this line go on forever? Why or why not? What is it asking about? Study hours and the grade. At 6 hours, we're already over 100. If we keep studying more, could that line go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever?
Guess not, because you're already, I mean, yeah.
It could, but why wouldn't it really? In the real world situation, why would that line not go on forever?
Because grades don't go above
Because grades don't go up past
100, really.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay? So, could this line go on forever? No, because grades don't go past 100%. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what you're doing. You have those. You are doing, on this, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't worry about the second page. So you're doing the front and back. Don't worry about the second page. You're doing this right now. Use these calculators. If it says to graph it, don't graph it. I want you using the calculator to find the equation. Okay? Everybody with me?
Yep.
Sorry about that. Get going.